Welcome back to the channel and to episode 2 of the Dodge Neon. Today we'll be doing the first performance upgrade for the car. Last episode you saw our baseline gas mileage and 0 to 60 in quarter mile times. So this episode, like I said, will be a first upgrade for the car. We're going to be putting a K&N air cleaner on it. We're still going to use the stock air box. We're not putting a cold air intake on it just yet. All we're doing is replacing the filter element. But the test procedure, what we're going to do is I disconnected the negative terminal on the battery to reset the computer. We're going to replace the filter element with the new one, and then we'll get at least 150 miles, 200 miles, something like that, for the computer to relearn the new air filter. And then we'll redo our tests, our mile per gallon loop, and our 0 to 60 in quarter mile times. So let's do that now. So it's easy as just taking the screws out of the lid for the air box, pulling out the old paper element. It's pretty dusty and dirty. And then we're gonna open up the new K&N and drop it right in. And that's pretty much it for this upgrade. Alright, so K&N air filter's in. It came with a clamp. I don't think it really needs it, but I put it on there anyways because the original one didn't have it. It just kind of wedges in there the way that the air box is shaped. But all I have to do is put the lid back on the air box and then hook the negative terminal of the battery back up, and she's good to go. But like I said, get a couple 100 miles on it for the computer to relearn everything, and then we'll go redo our tests and see if we picked up anything gas mileage wise and shaved hopefully a little bit of time off the 0 to 60 and quarter mile times. We'll see. Alright, so we're back. I have at least 200 miles on the car now, so today we're going to do our mile per gallon loop and do the 0 to 60 and quarter mile times again with the car and see if we improved anything with that, switching to that K&N air filter. So first thing I'm going to do, same thing we did before, go to the gas station, fill it up, let it click off twice on its own, and then we'll do the loop, and then we'll go and do 0 to 60 times. The one thing that I've done to the car while I've been running around with the K&N trying to get the 150, 200 miles on the car, I painted a SRT4 hood and stuck that on the car. The weather has been nice, so it was a good time to do it before the weather got too cold that it was gonna be too hard to try to heat the garage to let the paint cure. So we got that on there. It doesn't affect anything. The hood scoop isn't ducted into the air box or anything like that. All it's doing is blowing air across the back of the motor or anything, so it's really just there for cosmetic. Yeah, it's not really functional at all, so it shouldn't affect our results in any way, but I just wanted to keep you updated with what we're doing in the car. So let's head to the gas station and fill her up. Alright, so just got on the highway, filled up the car, reset the odometer. Yeah, I think it's boring watching someone just drive, so I'm just gonna turn the camera back on. We're back at the gas station and figuring out the gas mileage, but we're doing the 40-mile loop, and I'll check back with you. Well, for me it'll be 40 minutes or so. For you it'll be a second, but we'll be back when I'm back at the gas station. Alright, we just stopped and filled up. We went the exact same loop as before. I don't know how we got less miles out of it. It was 38.9 this time, but it's 9.48 gallons it took, and we got 41 miles to the gallon. So I think we're up 0.3. I have to check what the original baseline is, but I think that's about right. So the K&N air filter did improve the gas mileage a little bit. So all right, let's go do the 0 to 60 times next. Here are the results of the test with the K&N air filter over the baseline. We picked up 0.2 in miles per gallon for gas mileage, picked up 0.4 in 0 to 60, And then 1/8 mile, we picked up a couple tenths there and a couple mile per hour. So most of those results are really just from swapping from a dirty paper element air filter to the K&N to a clean air filter. Probably would have seen similar results just by swapping to a clean paper filter. But the K&N is going to stay less restrictive longer as the filter element gets dirty. So I like K&Ns. I run them whenever I can. But yeah, so yeah, it's not just because it's a K&N air filter, but the K&N air filter is going to stay less restrictive for longer. But the next video we're going to do on the Neon will be an ignition upgrade. So comment below. We'll be replacing the 20-year-old spark plug wires with new ones and replacing the coil too. So comment below if you think we'll pick up anything in miles per gallon, 0 to 60 or 1/8 mile times. And please subscribe. Thanks for watching. We're going to upgrade the ignition wires. These are still the original. You can see Mopar. The original wires that came on the car when it was new back in 2005. So I think they're due for an upgrade. So we'll stick a set of, I got a set of NGK's spark plug wires.